Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our 2016 California Wrestling Hall of Fame inductee, Mr. Anthony Palomino. His presenters are his former assistant coaches, Gene and Chris Guerrero. Anthony Palomino first started wrestling at Piedmont Hills Middle School for 1 year in San Jose. He wanted to follow in the footsteps of his brothers, Robert Jr. and Ricky Sr. Palomino, who were wrestling in high school at the time. Continuing his wrestling journey into high school years, Anthony joined the Independence Wrestling Team in 1980 and made it onto the varsity team his freshman year. Tim Mestas, a freshman wrestling coach, gave Anthony a foundation for wrestling and instilled in him with self-discipline. One of Anthony's fondest memories of Mestas was when he explained to him to pick his friends wisely. Tim Mestas was only there for Anthony's freshman year, succeeded by Bernie Olmos, who went on to coach Anthony through his senior year. Olmos quickly became like a second father to Anthony, always making him feel like part of the family and firmly establishing skillful technique on the mat within him. New Hall of Fame inductee Jesse Barajas joined the coaching staff in Anthony's senior year. Coach Barajas' motivational speaking was second to none and inspired the best in Anthony. During Anthony's high school wrestling career, which he went on to become a 3-time state medalist and a California state champion in 1983. After high school, Anthony attended San Jose State, where he was a runner-up conference champion. In 1990, Anthony began his coaching career, subsequently taking over the head coaching position at Independence High School, his alma mater. He continued to be the head coach there for 15 years. Anthony gradually obtained a 129 wins and 35 loss dual meet record, coaching 26 state medalists and 10 state champions. He coached 5 teams to a top 10 finish at the state meet, which included a state team title and 2 runner-up finishes. In addition, he coached 3 section championship teams, 45 section medalists, and 28 section champions. For 9 years in a row, Coach Anthony Palomino made it through the CIF state finals with a champion. As a result of all his accomplishments, Anthony was chosen as the 1995 California Coach of the Year by his peers. After the 2001 wrestling season came to an end, Anthony took a break from coaching. However, not that long of a break, as he came back to coach at Independence in 2005 and continued until 2008. And now currently Anthony serves as a volunteer assistant wrestling coach at Overfelt High School. The Palomino family has a total of 7 state titles. Ricky Sr. with 1, Anthony with 1, Jason with 1, Ricky Jr. with 1, and Jacob with 3. The Palomino family also has a total of 14 state medals. Ricky Sr. with 2, Anthony with 3, Joel Macias with 1, Jason with 1, Ricky Jr. with 2, Jacob with 3, and newcomer Isaiah Palomino with 2. On a personal side, Anthony Palomino married Jovita in August of 2001. They have 3 beautiful, healthy girls, Devonna, Raylene, and Scarlett. They've been an amazing support for Anthony and have always helped out being behind the scenes. Anthony would always have his wrestlers over at his home, working out, cutting weight. His family didn't mind having wrestlers all over the house and having them away at tournaments because they could see the impact he was having on these kids' lives. Many of them are still a part of Anthony's life and have continued his legacy by becoming wrestling coaches. Nowadays, Anthony enjoys watching his daughters all dance with a Polynesian dance group. Some of his favorite hobbies include coaching wrestling, camping, boating, and spending time in the great outdoors with his family. Ladies and gentlemen, inducted in the 2016 California Wrestling Hall of Fame, Mr. Anthony Palomino.
All right, I'm pretty sure I'm going to mess up the English language right now. All right. Hey, how do I turn the speak off? Yeah, turn off. Could it break? I want to thank my wife. I want to thank my wife and my 3 beautiful daughters for always supporting me and allowing me to have my 15 minutes. And I really appreciate that. My wife always making spaghetti for the kids, and that's what she's known for all of my wrestlers that come over. I need to thank my family. I think you noticed, I think I got over 50 family members supporting me here. I think Marcos is trying to take 2 of them, the 2 girls over there, but I think 52. I want to thank my mom and my dad. My mom's here, and my mom and my dad supported us so much in our life. We're a family of 7. My dad's not here. He doesn't feel good, you know, as old age comes. One thing about my dad, he's probably my best teacher that I ever had, where he taught me a field of, I'm an auto tech, and one of the best auto techs in the area because of my father. It was his great teachings. I want to say a little story. They said they wanted a wrestling story. So my first interaction was wrestling. I didn't like it. My brother Robert Jr., who's no longer with us, he was the first Palomino to wrestle. He didn't have the success that me and my brothers and the nephews had, but he was a trouble kid growing up, and he somehow found his way with Jesse Bras at Overfelt, where Jesse worked with a lot of trouble kids and got a lot of them back on track. Well, when he used to come home from practice, he used to go with my brother Ricky, the Independence first state champion, right, my older brother. And so they'd be in the living room wrestling. And I didn't like that. I was a little skinny kid. You know, my house is an old carpet, you know, no padding. Luckily, it was a wooden floor, you know. But the trouble with that is when I had to go to the bathroom, I had to go through them. So every time I would go through, they would just catch me and hit a headlock on me. I come out, here comes another headlock. I didn't like it, so I got a little smart. I went to my neighbor's house to use the bathroom after that. So let's move on. I've been really lucky. I had more than one coach, and every coach I had, I took something from them and kind of put it in my own spot how I wanted to be a coach. You know, my first year I had Mr. Messes as my freshman year, and Mr. Messes and Mrs. Messes, they're like parents. That 1 year bond, that you know, as close as you can get. They're like parents to me. And Mr. Messes gave me a great foundation and taught me a good lesson. Pick your friends wisely. And I had some rough friends at that time. So Bernie Olmos, he's real technician. If everyone knows who he is, he's one of the first 3-time, when the state was half, he was a 3-time winner of that. And he was a great technician, and he was a second father to me after, you know, sophomore, junior, and senior year. And he's not here today, but I really appreciate everything he did for me. He really made me feel special to him. Jesse Barajas, he joined my coaching staff my senior year, and his motivation skills, second to none. Is when he talks, your hair just like this, just listening to him. Great motivator. I wrestled 1 year for T.J. Kerr. Wrestling skills, he did not teach, but I did get something from him. He taught me that there's athletes out there going hard, and they think they're going hard, but he always got more out of them. And to me, that was kind of huge for me, because I did that to my athletes. I pushed my athletes as hard as I could, and that's what I learned from him. A lot of people don't know, I started wrestling 13, 14, 1 year in junior high, the budget cuts and stuff like that. So, you know, I didn't have a lot of years of coaching, wrestling. I had a brother who was my freshman year a state champ, and so I used to work out with him. Now, if anyone has big brothers, he's teaching me as a big brother, and I think you guys understand why I got better. You know, having a big brother who's always beating on you and stuff, and he gave me the most. He helped me a lot, and you know, we don't talk about it a lot, but he's probably the one of the biggest reasons I had success pretty quick. I think in a short time. I need to thank Mr. Maddow. When the coaching job was offered to me, I didn't want it. Too much responsibilities. Didn't think I could do it, and he convinced me to do it. And I just really want to thank Mr. Maddow for giving me that push to become the head coach. I'm done. They gave me 30 seconds. All right. I made 5 minutes. That's good. That's good. The Guerrero family. You know, when you have a Guerrero and you mix them up with Palominos, come on, you're going to make some good wrestlers. You know, and the Guerrero family, Sebastian, you touch a lot of lives. Virginia, you know, you're sitting at Marcos's table. That's okay. You'll sit with me later. You might come over to my house tonight. That's fine. But the last, Gene and Chris Guerrero, my assistant coaches, they honestly, I shouldn't even be here. You know, there's people here but done way more than I have. But with Gene and Chris being on my side, we had a lot of success, and surely I have to share with them this. I mean, if I can, I'll cut this thing up 3 ways, and we'll have to share this. So honestly, guys, I really thank you. Marcos, thanks for nominating me. Hall of Fame. This is a dream come true. Thank my family for supporting me. Thank you very much.
He wants to say one more thing, so now we're going 5 minutes, 30 seconds.
No, okay. This probably never been done before, but I have a gift for my brother as I go over there. So if you guys want to see the gift I give him.
Once again, Mr. Anthony Palomino.